girls, how is everybody doing? And we're not back in Cyberpunk 2077. We are in Pentiment, and was not really intending to play this game. I don't like the Middle Ages. I don't like part of it. Part of the thing I don't like about the Middle Ages is that flat 2D presentation. But word on the street has been that although the game is maybe not for everybody, it's a little bit of a niche game, something of a passion project. Reviews have been actually pretty good, so enough to get me like, you know what, let's give it a shot. It's on Game Pass, ain't costing anything, so let's find out what is the deal with Pentiment. Let's go easy. I don't know. Yeah, you know what? Let's go easy to read. I don't know. I'm kind of... What? You know what? You can probably change it up at some point. I think we'll be good. Let's go ahead and use the stylized. I probably should turn the music down too, but oh well. In principle, oh, it's Latin. Can't read it. Move stone. Press stone. Oh. I guess that was enough to represent a new page. A new beginning. I'm digging this music so far, though. You know what? I wonder if I should narrate. I don't know, because there isn't any voices. And Abbott said to me, Andreas, I don't want you distracting the sisters in the library. I need you to finish a commission. Keep conversations about the... here we go. Hey, up to the devil's work again, are you? You know what? Hold on, one sec. Way to do... here we go. Options. There we go. I hope it's not too low for you guys, but it was definitely difficult for me to even hear myself speak. So. There we go. Don't encourage him. Well, I didn't even see Beatrice up there on the balcony. Devotion to one's work can yield pleasures of the mind, superlative to those of the body. Either you need to spend time with more exciting lovers, or I need to learn how to work the Socrates way. How did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? I apologize and said to be more mindful. I said it's not my fault that God made me this handsome. I ignored him, which is what the comment merited. I'm gonna go with the middle one. You're insufferable. Alas, this Christian faith views desire less favorably than I did in my time. Oh? Perhaps this longing for you will instill in them a greater appreciation for beauty. Right, try telling that to the abbot next time, Andreas. Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure soon. Soon you will have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. And then you will return to Nuremberg, where marriage and your new life as a master await you. Yes, marriage to someone who he has never met. Hardly ideal. Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher. Oh, Jesus, and you could definitely get married. Is she pretty, at least? That's what my brother said in his letter, but maybe he's just trying to lift my spirits. The small portrait they sent was lovely, but we artists can be flatterers. Oh, who knows? That's not why I'm doing it anyway. Let's do it. It is growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us. Ah, true, your majesty. Will you visit us again soon? Hopefully, but it's out of my control, your majesty. I don't know, your majesty. Well, I can't always dream of this place, your majesty. Of course, if you are not here tomorrow night, I pray you will be someplace as pleasant. Grobian, please see Andreas safely home. Of course, your majesty. Until next time, Andreas. Until next time, your majesty. Pay no mind to the other fools, Andreas. I never do. Ow. At least they stopped stepping on my feet. Watch where you're going. Hey, they're fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything. I know John wants you to endure the abbot's shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Don't let him run you ragged, boy. I won't. The abbot can't push me around. He's just trying to... Why is this so loud? Okay, I guess I'm going to have to go back into settings. He's trying to keep order, and I'm an outsider. It will be fun. I don't want to cause any trouble. That's what I like to hear. Okay, I got it. Ambient sounds, I guess. Would you please stop? I give up. Take me home, Grobian. As you wish, Andreas. Good morning, Ursula. Go Bonjour. Time to get up. The Baron, April 15, 18. Quests. A few more pages back to the Abbey. What is quests? Ah, okay. Another day, another few pages for the Abbot, and hopefully a few more myself. I need to get across to... I need to get across town and head up to the Abbey so I can start work at the scriptorium. Whoops. Brother Piero of Verona. Artist of Kirsten Abbey, known for his kindness and helpful nature, Brother Piero is also respected as a master painter, specializing in works of extraordinary color. Nuremberg, free imperial city of the Holy Roman Empire, major trade center and city of arts, including printing. The Pictorics, Key of Solomon, the Tamaron, Prior Fernic. Keeps giving me all of these books to read. Oh, maybe it's Friar. I really should clean this up. Can I? No. Go to bed? No. Gertner house. Okay. Ursula. Okay. Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? Quite well, actually. Ordinary. Oh, I'm so glad to hear it. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some food. Almonds, cheese, and some of the rye you like from the Albans. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the Abbey. Otto stop by? Yes, around dawn. But you, too busy sleeping, you lazy biddy. Oh yeah, the whole Roman Empire. Here you are, Andreas. That's too kind of you, Clara. Many thoughts. Master Andreas, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could we... Would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? And if we raised it by 2 groschen? I hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the Abbey. 2 months behind. Peter's losing his hair over it, even more than usual, I mean. Of course, it's no problem at all. Besides, I wouldn't want Peter to lose any more of his precious hair. I suppose that's not out of the question. Yes, I think I can manage that. I can't promise anything. I'll see what I can do. Well, wait, were these taxes unexpected? We're so grateful, truly, Andreas. I apologize again for asking. It's just awful to be stuck in such a position. Our taxes get harder to pay every year. Peter works hard, but it just never seems like it's enough. Yeah, I know what you meant. Rye. St. Luke, bless you for helping us out. Speaking of St. Luke, how is your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. It's only during the divine office that Prior... Oh, it is Prior, not Friar. Fahrenheit allows me to work on my masterpiece. A reasonable restriction, but slow going. The city council doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show clients and for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I'll marry and open a workshop of my own. From Nuremberg to a university, and now traveling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. Yes, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after some wandering. It must be rather frightening, starting all over again. I owe it to my family to make something of my life. It is, but I know that this is what I want to do. This will be remembered. Not many people get to decide that. Certainly not anyone in Tassing. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful. It is the finest work. It's getting there. Well, it's hard to say until it's done. That's no way to think about it. I'm sure it will be treasured when it's finished. Will be a treasure when it's finished. Now I have to get back to my own work. So you know what's funny? It's like, I wonder why they went to the trouble of having these misspellings and corrections. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vespers for dinner. For supper, I mean. I guess dinner, as a word, had not been invented yet. Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Drucker invited me over for supper. Of course, please say hello to the Druckers for us. Of course. Until later, Clara. Andreas. Andreas. I'm trying. It won't let me. Oh, wow. Lil Peter? God bless you, Andreas. Oh, yes, Andreas. This weather's been god-awful. This town's gone to shit since my days. I don't think the townsfolk can do much about the weather. Were things different when you were young? As different as beer and piss. Always is. Old Abbott didn't bother us much about our customs. He didn't mind if we left a little offering to Perchta to keep the skies clear, the weather fair. The terrorists knew that Christ was in our hearts, even if the white lady's name was on our lips. The church made all observances of pagan gods. Ill Peter? Yeah, I bet you that's what it is. Ill Peter. What sort of old customs? I thought St. Moritz protected Tassing. You think the spirits have been following the weather since no one allows their customs anymore? Let's see. What sort of old customs? The kind that scare away the witches and keep spirits from calling storm clouds over our farms. The saints weren't the first to watch over Tassing. My father knew that. Old Randy Kemper knew that. That bastard abbot may not like it, but some of us keep the traditions alive. I like the old widow Attilia. I won't mention that to the Abbey. What do these traditions entail? When you get up in the night and take a piss, go around the right side of the house and never go back the same way. That way the witches don't steal your soul. Oh, how interesting. Or cough, cough. How about this? Because I actually did need to cough. I should go. Alright. God bless. Okay, let me see. Will it still not let me? I'm trying. Hey, Peter, I'm trying to, okay? Whoops. Morning, Andreas. Morning, Big George. How's it going? You working today? I think I might just call him George. Well, it's George. Georg. I know. Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. He hit a big rock with the plow, and it took me Lord knows how long to pull it out. That's what she said. You off to the Abbey? Every day but Sunday. Right. Thank God for Sundays. Smells like a storm's coming, no? Huh. Just smells like fresh alpine air to me. You've been traveling too much. Where was it you spent your Wanderjahr before coming to Tassin? Basil. Andreas knows some Italian and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Basil and nearby Bern, Zurich, Freiburg. Flanders. Andreas knows some Dutch and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Antwerp, Bruges, Ghent, Italy. Andreas knows Italian, a little Greek, and can reference cultural touchstones from Florence, Venice, and Milan. Interesting. Okay, so I think that's Italian and French. I'm gonna go with Italy, since that seems a little more artistic. Italy. Florence for a while, but Venice and Milan as well. Italy. No wonder your senses are dull. You've been down there too long. Spend enough time in these mountains and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. How long will that tain? See, like that. Why is that in the game, I wonder? How long will that take? 10, 15 years? I don't think I have that long, Big York. What'd you spend all that time in Italy doing anyway? Other than art, I mean. Okay, hedonist. Andreas seeks out pleasure wherever he goes. He's extremely social, quite experienced in all the enjoyable vices of the world. That would fit with our dream. Lives to work and dedicates. Nope. Bookworm. Nope. Rapscallion. Oh, you know what? Bookworm spends all his non-working free time finding and reading as many books as he possibly can. That okay. So I'm guessing they all have a name, but that could be like intelligence in Fallout's. Rapscallion. Andreas has a penchant for getting involved in petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes, and fistfights. Ooh, that sounds fun. Businessman. Andreas devotes much of his time to self-promotion, optimizing business expenses, making investments, and balancing his books. Thinking Rapscallion or hedonist? Let's go hedonist. I was going to say, it sounds like fun. They both sound like fun, but I guess hedonist is actually, seeking out pleasure, fun, if you will. You know what? Maybe Rapscallion. Let's go Rapscallion. I have a feel. Okay, because hedonist might be like luck. Craftsman might be, I don't know what. Can't think of what I'm thinking of. As a Fallout analogy, bookworm's got to be intelligence. Rapscallion, I don't know what that would be. Businessman, well, that's kind of an intelligence too, but I do like the idea of, because I do consider myself to be something of a hedonist myself. But we're going to do the rap. Because I also like to do pranks. Yeah, we'll do Rapscallion. Getting into trouble. I got involved in a scheme or two, been in mischief. more than a few brawls. Street fighting is sort of a pastime on the Italian peninsula. Just a little fun, really. Sounds like a strange way to pass the time, Andreas. Anyway, I have to get going. Georg, let's go. Dad's already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andreas. Until later. Town Commons. I guess we can't go that way. Endress. Endress Schmidt's smithy. It's so much smaller than the one he uses at the Abbey. Hello, Andreas. Alright, I guess that's all he... Whoop, that's not what I wanted to do! Ah! Oh, what's that guy doing? Martin, please, can you give me a hand here? What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on him. That looks like a lot standing there and doing nothing. Martin, for Christ's sake, help your cousin. Ah, morning, Andreas. Excuse us. One of the fence rails fell and the sheep started hopping it. There's something I can do to help. Nope, excuse me, I'll stay out of the way. Aren't idiot. You're gonna help them? Alright, let's do. Is there something I can do to help? Have you ever handled sheep before? Why, no. Then no, thank you. Christian of you to offer. Oh look, there's something going on at the Steinauer's place. Looks like he's getting balled out. Who's that on the horse? Looks rich. I don't know, Martin, but Lucky is giving him an earful. I haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding when Johann pulled his pants down. Knocked two of my man's teeth out. You don't want to feel the strength behind a stonemason's anger. Do you think he's a noble? He looks really rich. Damn it, Martin. Stay out of trouble for once. What, Aunt Hetty? Behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now? Andreas, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, we need to get these sheep under control. Uh-oh. Hold on a second. Looks like we got some uninvited guests. Alright, hopefully that'll take care of it. Of course. See y'all later. You later. Don't work too hard, Martin. Good luck. And the guts are all the way over here, huh? Klaus. Okay. Morning, Andreas. How's it going? What's been speaking another language, I'm guessing? Morning, Klaus. Another day at the Abbey, another few hours to work on my masterpiece. Good to hear. You still coming by for supper tonight? Marie and Bert would love to see you. You really need to see these new woodcuts I have for an Italian edition of Till Eulenspiegel. I didn't realize Father Thomas let you print books in Italian. Come on, Andreas. He's not that strict. I know he's just trying to protect people from heresy, witchmania, adventure stories of questionable moral repute, sloppy typesetting. Let's go heresy. Sure, why not? Some of the things people are publishing these days would make a bishop's head spin. Or, why do I... Or an abbot's. I don't know why I keep doing Andreas as another voice in my own. It doesn't take much with that one. I know it, but at least I don't have to deal with him much. So, supper tonight after Vespers? Of course. Thank you. Great. I'll tell Marie and Bert you're coming. See you then. See you later. God bless Master Mala. I hope your week is going well. Thank you, Father. It's going quite well. I'm just on the way up the hill to get to work. Thank you, Father, but I'm running late to the Abbey. It's no problem if you don't have time for me today, but the question is, we have time for the Lord on Sunday. You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive Holy Communion, don't you? Yes, I apologize. I promise I'll make it this Sunday. I do, but I've been working on sketches late at night and... Sigh. Andreas, do you think I like saying these silly things to people to get them to come to... Oh my, what a blessed day to receive such an illustrious visitor. Master Mala, this is Lorenz, Baron of Rothvogel, a great lord from the countryside near Worms. Good to see you, Father Thomas. It is nice to be remembered finally. I only wish all your neighbors were as welcoming. Well, yes. What brings you back to our little town? My wife and I were returning from... Wait, that can't be his wife. Returning from a trip to Venice. We spent a few days in Innsbruck, and it was terribly dull. I mean, it has a certain charm common to these Alpine cities, but the place was crawling with nobles for the emperor's diet. The emperor? Was he there? Did you see him? Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time. Quite lovely. They didn't want to bother him or the painter. Who was the artist, my lord? Why was the diet assembled, my lord? How was Venice, my lord? I lived there only a few years ago. Oh, fascinating. Well, the city's Jews now live in their own quarter in the north. The city's artists are still producing wonderful work. Titian, in particular, is a god. No offense, Father. Of course. Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead to make a visit to Kirsau. I heard Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit, of course. A great loss for the Abbey and us all. Indeed, by good fortune, I recently came across a copy of the Historia Tasfei he was reading during my last visit. Father Matthias was hoping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. Copy. It contains some fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of a scandal. Oh, yes. But I must be off. There will be time enough to discuss Tasling's past later. I commissioned a manuscript from the Abbey through Father Garnot, and I have come to check on its progress. Oh, my lord, if you have come to see your manuscript, you should speak with young Master Mala here. Not quite a true master yet. I still have to martyr and be approved by our city council. It's an honor to meet you, my lord. Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. For the next few months, he's also helping in the Abbey's scriptorium. A Nuremberger artist working in an Abbey scriptorium in 1518? Oh, we should talk, Andreas. I must know the story. Of course, my lord, it would be an honor. Well, I'm already late to the Abbey, but I suppose it's all right. Surely my lord would find a little entertainment and companionship in me. Of course, my lord, it would be an honor. Wonderful. So rare to find someone in the countryside who knows anything about art. Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. Come to supper at the Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the Abbot's table. Did the Abbot invite me? Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up after Vespers. What is he going to do? Accuse us? Excellent. We will see you then. Miklaus, I'm dismounting. Run ahead of us and take the horses to the Abbey's guest house. I'd like to take my time talking with Master Mala. I'll meet you there. At once, my lord. So then a journeyman from Nuremberg. Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old to not yet be a master. Are you unmarried? No, I'm not married, but in truth I came to my vocation later than my father and brothers. I was in university for a number of years at Erfurt. Erfurt? Wonderful. The same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind. He says things about the church that should have been said years ago. Might get him into trouble, but he's a brave, brilliant man. Wait, you may have even met him. Did you? You must tell me. Oh no, he was 2 years ahead of me. Still, his ideas do seem fascinating. I agree wholeheartedly. I simply must meet him if I get the chance. Well, that may have been a mistake considering the time that we are living in. I wonder if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him. Perhaps they have even read his list of 95 theses against the church. I don't know if you'd want to bring that up. Father Matthias was not above having a lively debate. I hope Father Gernot does not disappoint in that regard. Ooh, I've got a feeling Lorenz is going to be something. I don't think something good is going to happen to him. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. Forgive me, Baron, but did you attend university? You seem very well educated. Ha! No, my family is merely wealthy enough to have provided me with all the books and tutors a child could dream of. I love all knowledge from Aristotle and Cicero to Ficino and Erasmus and everyone in between and yet to come. I may have misjudged the Baron. It seems he is as well read as any university student. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorates? In truth, I'm simply I know I didn't. Only a master's degree. I started working toward a doctorate, but didn't finish. Oh, that's a shame. Well, what was your area of study? Theology has a strong Understanding the Catholic theology, biblical knowledge, canon law, heresies, and similar subjects. Imperial law. Andreas knows the basics of the fractured systems of laws that govern the various states of the Holy Roman Empire. Medicine. Andreas is familiar with the basics of human biology and illness. Interesting. I'm gonna go with Imperial law. Law, I suppose. I thought I could practice in Nuremberg. Never had much interest in the subject, honestly, a bit dull for my tastes. Besides, the empire is such a mess of jurisdictions, Bavarian law, Rhenish law, Franconian law. Nonsense. I'd rather use my money to pay someone who studied the nonsense than to learn it myself. That was my plan. Attilia. You! If I had any faith, I would have prayed you'd never show your face here again. Uh-oh. Curse you, Lorenz. Roth, Vogel, Porchta's dogs tearing you to pieces would be too kind of fate. Alright. These rustic communities displaying a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? What was that about? Who knows? By the time I finish guessing, the old crone will probably be dead. Well, what of your early time in university? Every student must study the trivium and quadrivium, yes? Did you have a favorite subject? Latinist. Andreas has a strong command of Latin, grammar, and vocabulary. He can also easily recall sententiae antiqua. Antiquae? I don't speak Latin. Quoted words of wisdom from the Roman Republic and Empire. Logician. Logic. Andreas instinctively thinks through the implications of information as he receives it, is adept at spatial analysis, and can easily perform complicated calculations in his head. Orator. He has excelled at rhetoric in university. He is a skilled teacher, persuader, public speaker. Occultist. Andreas knows a soul-endangering amount of theoretical and practical knowledge on alchemy, astrology, theurgy, necromancy, and various magical rites and ceremonies. That sounds like it gets you in trouble. Heavens and Earth. Andreas knows a great deal about the constellations, heavenly bodies, and their movement. He is also familiar with various plants and animals from study and personal experience. I like that, and I like... Logician? Logician? I'm gonna go with Heavens and Earth. I love studying the natural world, my lord, both the heavens above and the wild spaces around us. Formerly, I studied as much astronomy as I could. It's incredible how much we've learned from both the Arabs and the Greeks. True, but even now we continue to discover more about what we can see within the celestial sphere. What began as pagan myths to explain our place in the world may help us understand our place in the heavens. And this may seem foolish, but I spent a lot of time in the wilderness learning about plants and animals. Really? Do the libraries of Erfurt not have enough herbals to satisfy your curiosity? I don't mean to malign our most august Greek and Roman authors, but the Materia Medica was written before the coming of Christ. Surely there is more that we can learn about plants, insects, and animals by observing them in nature. Beyond that, I simply have a love for wild places. While I do not share your academic interest in nature, I must admit that I sometimes enjoy the solitude of a walk in the woods. See, I keep thinking they're dropping in like Latin. Maybe that is what they're doing, and then they're correct. Maybe that's why they're correcting their mistakes. I don't know. In your other studies, was there anything else you excelled at? Latinist. Oh, so this is where we can... Because I was thinking of this Latinist. Or this. This could be interesting, too. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go occultist. I use my access to the university's library to pursue more esoteric interests. Oh, esoteric? How? Mystical texts, books on alchemy, invoking spirits, divination. Purely academic, of course. Of course. I started with Ficino's Corpus Hematicum, and my interest only deepened from there. Quite interesting, Andreas. I'll make some time to speak with you more on this topic during my stay. Look forward to it, my lord, as you wish, my lord. Please be discreet about it, my lord. Yes, that's why we will talk about it later. There's the Abbey. I have good memories of this place, and of Father Matthias. I was sad to hear of his passing. How did you come to know him, and how did you come to know of Kirsau at all? My family has been patrons of Kirsau for I don't know how many generations. Some years ago, I heard that Kirsau still had a wonderful library and artisans. Professional artists have taken over most manuscript production. I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here. There's not much left of it these days. 2 old men, a young scribe and me. This is a good place to create art. Artists that remain here are quite talented, if a bit old-fashioned. There you go. I like that. Well, Kirsau is more than a bit old-fashioned. Some of my friends think I'm mad for commissioning a manuscript from an abbey in this day and age. But, well, my family have been patrons of Kirsau for generations. It seems wrong to stop now while there's still talent here. I commissioned a manuscript through Father Gernot a year ago. I thought I would stop by and check on the progress. Wait, are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations. I know the work, but no, I do know the artist well, the venerable Brother Piero. How venerable? He still has his wits and his skills, if that's what concerns you. Brother Piero has an incredible talent with color. Then I very much look forward to seeing it. Nicholas, tend to the horses and the baggage. I'm heading to the Abbey. Yes, my lord. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. Nuns. Quite unusual for a Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are separated. The church closed most of them centuries ago. But then Kirsau was a place at the time in more ways than one. Do you know Mother Cecilia? She seemed to recognize you. Why are they closed? We are acquainted, yes. Let's leave it at that. Ah, you must be Father Gernot. I am Lorenz, Baron of... Yes, the Baron of Rothwell. So wonderful to have you here again. We actually did meet on your last visit. Ah, if you say so. I'm not good with remembering faces. Please forgive me, my lord, but I wasn't expecting you for another few days. Yes, I know, but I rode ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble. Yes, I mean, no, it's no trouble. Did you want to see it now? Oh, in a moment. I could do with a bit of refreshment, though. I grabbed something from the kitchen. Yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there. Andreas, I don't know what you were doing with the Baron, but I need you in the scriptorium now. Of course, Father, I'm eager to get to work. Why are you taking this out on me? He's not my problem. Is this a bad time to ask for an advance on my payment for the Book of Hours? I guess so. Arrgh. I should ask him when he's in a better mood. Maybe I could just convince Brother Matthew to pay me early. If all else fails, I could liberate some money from the sacristy. Find a way to get paid. Shrine. Church. Cloister. Ask Brother Matthew. Sneak into the sacristy. I guess the shrine doesn't have anything to do with it. Alright, well, you know what? Let's check out the shrine. Marguerite. Bless you, Brother Piero. God bless you. No, wait, it's Master Mala. I thought you couldn't see Sister Marguerite. During the day, I can see some colors. How did you know it was me? You and Brother Piero both smell of the pigments you use. But you're taller and you have another smell to you like fish or burned almonds. Oh, that's old linseed oil, popular among the Italians, but Brother Piero doesn't use it. I'm also much more handsome. Well, I wouldn't know. God has saved me from the temptations of beautiful men. You'll just have to trust me then. Not a chance. Have a good day, Sister Marguerite. Bless you, Master Mala. Brother Matthew maintains the shrine along with services and paint badges for pilgrims. Upper Abbey. Oh, wait, what's this? A reliquary containing the hand of Saint Moritz, which is said to have once held the Holy Lance. Ah. I think that's one of the Knights of the Round Table. Lisbeth. God bless you, Master Mala. Gertrude. God bless you, Master Mala. How goes your work in the scriptorium? Very well, thank you. Oh, then I guess you wouldn't be interested in the saffron Agnes Stein received yesterday? What? Saffron? Really? Where'd you hear that? Sister Matilda saw her at the Albans. Maybe you can convince Prior Ferenc to get you some for your yellows. Good to know. How's Mouse? Are you in need of any herbs or flowers? I could pick some up for you on my next trip through the meadow. Oh, don't worry about that. I'll go gathering in the forest later. Until later, Sister Gertrude. Bless you, Andreas. Maybe I'll see you at the shrine of Saint Satya one of these days. Well, if it was Saint Sativia, then most definitely you would be seeing me later. Upper Abbey. Okay, let's try to steal this money we need. Rudga. God bless you, Andreas. Has your voice yet recovered from Easter Mass, Rudga? Rudiga? I might say Rudga. Oh yes, it was a bit of a strain, but a worthy sacrifice. Well, if the Lord could give us his all on Easter. Exactly. Have a good day in the scriptorium. Have a good day singing. Cloister. Crypt. Tower. Dormitory. Old Bailey. Matthew. Sacristy. Okay, let's talk to Matthew. God bless you, Andreas. How's the sacristy today, Matthew? Same as yesterday. Does my vocation seem so to you, Master Mahler? No, I was just being friendly. And go in peace, friend, knowing that the Abbey's treasures are secure for another day. God be with you. One more thing. Until later, brother. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and just ask. Yes, Andreas? I was hoping you'd give me my pay for the latest manuscript early. This isn't part of the agreement you made with Father Geralt, or Gerlot, or whatever. You will be paid on the completion of each additional manuscript you'll illuminate. Not before. Maybe if you said why you needed it. Can't you make an exception this once? Not without good reason. This abbey runs through mutual agreements, not haphazard payments. Breaking such contracts would cause undue trouble not only for the Kursal, but for Tassin as well. Is that my father, Abbot, has increased the taxes on the Gertners? I understand. I won't push you further. What is this about, Andreas? The Gertners have asked me for their rent early so they can pay their taxes to the Abbey. I would like to help the Gertners pay for their taxes to the Abbey. I need the money, brother. I made a grave error and I'm in debt. If I had the coin, I'd be able to pay it off now. I would like to help the Gertners pay their taxes to the Abbey. The Gertners have... you know what? I'm just going to go with this one. Or maybe this one. I'm going to... Because this one is like... They asked me. But this one is... Like I'm presenting myself like I'm better than what I... You know, a better person. So let's do this. The Gertners' failure to pay their taxes have reached even you, I see. Very well. Do not ask this of me again, Andreas Mala. Ah, it worked out. Here you are. I shall note this with Father Gernot and Prior Faring. Do you have to? Thank you, brother Matthew. God bless you, Andreas. Alright, now that I've got my payment, I can give Clara the rent early. I'll give it to her directly and make sure she receives it. Yes, I am going to do that. Old Bailey. Dormitory. See, I wonder if I guess... Cloister. Oh, that's kind of cool. The further away you get, the lower his voice. I don't know if it's... I guess it's proximity, not like occlusion, but still, that's pretty cool. Let's check out the crypt. What the heck, alright? The foundations of the abbey were built when Romans occupied this land not long after the death of Christ. These tomb markers go back centuries all the way to the founding of the abbey. Abbot Dietrich, from the height of Kursal's power in the 14th century, those days have long passed. A lovely relief of the Virgin and Child. Shame it's hidden down here. Oh, that key, I bet, is going to be something. That was it. Now what? Library. Oh, a secret entrance to the library. I'll have to remember this. Okay. Alright, I guess you can't just go there. And who's this dingling Sabhat? Is he Middle Eastern? God give you health, Master Mahler. Brother Sabat, I'm surprised to see you still here. As I am, but I will be leaving soon, returning to Rome. I and my bishop regret that we could not reciprocate Father Rodolph's generosity earlier. He showed much kindness to our priest at the Council of Constance many, many years ago. Will you remain in Rome? It is up to my bishop, but I will miss these mountains in any case. You should travel to Ethiopia, Master Mahler, and see the highlands. God has blessed my home with a wondrous beauty. I would love to someday. I still need to return to Nuremberg and open my workshop. Yes, someday. Until then, if you're ever in Rome, I may still be around. I've only made it as far south as Florence, but I'd like to see Rome. By the way, if you have some time in the next few days, it'd be nice to share a meal with you and some of the townsfolk. The townsfolk? I'm accustomed to strange looks, especially in rural places like these, but I have kind words with the Barker. I have had kind words with the Barker and his wife. Oh yes, the Albans, Oryx, and Gretz. I offered to tell a story to the children and their mothers over a meal someday. Gret seemed excited about the idea, but I would be more comfortable if you were there as well. I can certainly make time. Thank you, Andreas. I look forward to it. God give you health. Dormitory. Cemetery. Kitchen and cellar. Refectory. Courtyard and lavatorium. Large garden. Monastery aquarium. Wow, what the hell? Chapter house. Infirmary. Upper Abbey. I guess. Let's just go to the dormitory. Church. Old Bailey. The apple trees have only started to bloom. It will be months before they bear fruit. A monument to the founder of the abbey. It's fairly recent. The funds were donated by her descendants. Animal pens. Abattoir. Good day, Andreas. Well. Oh, it's locked. Well, we probably don't want to see what that looks like anyways. But you know, let's go into the large garden. We can get back into the cloisters. I wonder what recipes the brothers have for peas. Factory. Cloister. Chapter house. Abbot house. We probably don't. Well, let's see what's going on here. Maybe he's... Very nice. God bless you, Andreas. Alright. Guess there's nothing to... Oh, let's pet the dog. Or not. Andreas. Okay. Lower Abbey, it's locked. Let's see, let's go on back to the cloister. Arch garden. It's a Loquarian. Of the church. I think I just... Yeah, that's where we were when we started, okay.
Victime Pascali laudes.
Hold on.
Immolant Christi.
We still haven't seen the refectory. Chapter house. Infirmary. Saint Luke, the patron of artists, is also the patron of healers. Bless you. Oh, God bless you, Andreas. I wonder why they keep doing that too. Wherever God is. I mean, I know the red is like in the, I don't know, the Bibles of the time. Meaning like that's like God, when God speaks or whatever. But I don't know. Or maybe even, no. I think about it. I wonder if like when they say God, if it's in red or just got God's words. Both. Whatever. Brother Florian, how are you? The brothers and sisters are well, so I am well. Thank God. Andreas, have you spoken to Klaus Drucker lately? Yes, quite recently. Why? I believe he may be receiving a medical text from Bologna soon. I'm quite interested in it. Say... Legre l'Italiano? Can you read Italian? Oh no, a little Italian and my Latin's not as good as I would like it. I was hoping Brother Piero could help me with it if he has the time. I'm sure he will make time. He is a patient teacher. Give me 1 second. That he is. I will see you later, Andreas. Until then. Okay. Most of these medicines were made by Agnes Steinerin with some help from Sister Gertrude. Come on. Let's go ahead and check out the rectory. A refectory. Hello, Andreas. How goes it in the kitchen? Is Brother Voslav working you hard? Not too bad, Brother Voslav is nice to me. It's Father Abbot and Brother Prior who make things hard. How so? I shouldn't complain. They just like their food a certain way, and I'm not that good at cooking yet. I'm sure Brother Voslav will teach you well in time. What you need is... you all need is more variety. Want me to get you some mushrooms from the forest? I know all the best types, you understand? If you think that will help, I only use what's in the cellar. Brother Adok complains about his food too, but he complains to Brother Voslav. What does Brother Adok know about food anyway? He's from Cornwall. I don't even know where that is. It's a land to the west, across the sea, where all they eat is fish. It sounds miserable. That's always what he complains about, the fish. He just likes to complain, I think. Don't lose your heart, Brother Lucas. You're still learning. Thanks. See you later, Andres. Until later. See anything else down? Oh, large garden. To the cellar. Morning, Andres. How's living with the Gertners? It's great. They're a lovely family. Good, we get along well enough. Well, it's a room in a peasant home, so I can't expect. Yeah, it's great. They're a lovely family. Clara is a good woman, and she looks after Big Jorg and Eva like they were her own. Oh, they're not? They're both almost fully grown. True, I suppose it's less that they need looking after, more that she cares too. Little Ursula is in good hands. Anyway, if I don't see you around the Abbey later, maybe I'll see you in Tassian tomorrow. Until then. Okay. When the brothers eat their meals, this is where the lector reads to them. Yeah, we haven't been to the chapter house. The Dance of Death mural. Father Matthias had it painted a few years before his death. It's beautiful. Whoops. That's the same thing, right? Yeah. Back to the large garden. Alright. So where's the scriptorium? Convent garden. Lower Abbey. Meadow. Guest house. Abbot house. We've been there. Let's see here. There's the guest house. Here's the meadow. Okay, where's... Oh, okay, so we gotta get... Oh my god. We gotta go back to the dormitory, to the Old Bailey, and there's a scriptorium. Jesus. Okay. So let's see. Come on. Upper Abbey. Cloister. Dormitory. Church. Old Bailey. Scriptorium. Scriptorium. Prior's house. What is this? A Volvel? Oh, it's some sort of puzzle. I've seen these before in astronomy and medical tracks. What's this one for? 2 wheels. The top wheel has Greek letters and holes cut out to reveal Latin letters underneath. The outer edge of the lower wheel is divided into 4 sections, each bearing an elemental symbol. Greek, Latin, elemental symbols. It's obvious someone with occult interest fashioned this. The lines connecting the holes form constellations Cassiopeia and the Great Wagon. Ah, a quarter turn of the upper disc aligns a different elemental symbol with the top of the lower disc. And that reveals a different set of letters underneath. I wonder what it's for. A cipher of some sort? I need to investigate more. This has to be connected to something else around here. I guess it's everything here. Guy. Good day, Andres. How's your morning going, brother gay? Brother guy, sorry. Slip of the tongue. It's fine. More contracts for the abbot. It's probably pronounced key, now that I think about it. Which would you rather be making contracts or manuscripts? I honestly don't care, Andreas. As long as the abbot is impressed, he could have me write the first chapter of Genesis until Judgment Day. Does the abbot's opinion mean that much to you? The abbots and the priors, both. You're lucky. When you're done with this, you're going home. I'm never going to see Burgundy again. I need to make the best of the next 40 years. Then I'll leave you to it. God bless you, Andreas. How are you feeling today, brother Adoc? All mill? All mill? That's easy, I am well. Because he's English or whatever. Well done, my son. It's early. I will give you a harder one later. Look forward to all of your anagrams, brother Aldet. Oh, I thought he was doing an anagram back. Literal nut. Ah, yes. Until then. I got a feeling that's going to be annoying later on. Andreas, God bless you. So good to see you. Good morning, brother Piero. Good to see you as well. I don't like this weather. My bones ache. Means a storm's coming. Big Yor Gertner said that if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell storms coming. Brother Adoc has been here long enough that we can always smell him coming. Do not forget, Brother Guy, the fate of the youths who jeered the aged prophet Elijah outside of Bethel. Didn't they get attacked by bears? Are you comparing yourself to a prophet, Brother Adoc? I'm comparing you to an impudent youth whom the Lord in his ineffable wisdom may choose to strike down. Brother Guy, please show some more respect. Calm yourself. You're too sensitive to Guy's jokes. I'm too old, Andreas. Every slight against me stings with the fire of 1,000 wasps. Excuse me, I need to drink some of my liquid. a liquid beverage. But I will pray to God for the strength to endure this wickedness. Well, everyone seemed quite lively. I suppose that means Prior Ferenc is not overseeing us today. He was here, but then he heard Lorenz Rothvogel had arrived and he hurried out like a little mouse. Ferenc is so desperate to impress the abbot and nobles like Rothvogel, it's pathetic. You feign kindness to the Father Abbot and our prior, only to speak about them like this behind their backs, it's shameful. Oh no, Brother Rothvogel, this manuscript. I just realized he will want to see his manuscript. How silly of me. Of course that's why he is visiting. Perhaps if you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about patrons' visits. What's the problem? The Baron is just one client. Yes, so wait, like everybody else. Watch your mouth or I'll give you something to worry about. Guys, someday you will stand where Pyrrha is and a young monk will stand where you are now. Anyway, what's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to wait like anyone else. Andreas? Baron Rothvogel is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends, including the Prime Bishop of Freising. Kirsau is already out of favor. Father Abbot does not want to have to deal with more attention. Well, if Prior Ferenc isn't here, I'm going to work on my masterpiece until he arrives. Oh, that's right. I need to reference the In der Mauer manuscript. What do you want, Andreas? A book. The In der Mauer manuscript. The Book of Hours. Your hair looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep? What do you mean? I mean, did you sleep alone or... Why do you want to know? It would be nice to have something to think about during divine reading. Have you considered the Lord? You always are a cloud on a sunny day, Andreas. Can I just get the book? That's all the way upstairs. Can't you get by without it? I'm sorry, but I really can't. I need to reference it for my work. No, why are you complaining? Isn't this your job? Wait. Isn't writing books your job? Sister Illuminata. Andreas needs a book and he's being inappropriate with me. Oh my god. Andreas? Sister Illuminata, I'd like to borrow the In der Mauer manuscript, the Book of Hours. I wasn't being inappropriate with it. I didn't think you were. Sister Zadinia has a poor attitude toward her vocation, the rule, and I suppose the 10 Commandments. If this is not her vocation, she should not be here. You expect too much from a young woman who has been locked up in an abbey. Imagine it takes some longer than others to accept their new lives here. She may yet come around. That's charitable of you, but perhaps you are right. I should not have been so quick to judge her. In any case, I overheard you requesting the In der Mauer manuscript here. Please return it promptly. Andreas, may I see how your masterpiece is coming? Of course, your opinion is always welcome. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, the composition is lovely. There's a joyful spirit in your arrangement of the figures. The contrast of colors is also quite nice, rich and beautiful on their own, but not overpowering the scene. Is that all? It doesn't feel right. I don't know why. It's an excellent interpretation of someone else's work. What do you mean, it's all my work? My son, you're copying the illustration from the Indermauer manuscript almost exactly. So, what's wrong with that? Haven't I improved on it? Aesthetically, yes, it's wonderful, but I feel you have not given much thought to what it represents. It's November. In November, we show peasants leading the pigs into the forest to forage on acorns before the slaughter. Andreas, the peasants here are no longer allowed to forage acorns in the forest. Many great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it, even Father Gernot. Or Gernot, probably. What difference does it make? This is the way November is painted. But it is not the way November is. Art is illusion, storytelling, but in their most sublime form, these images illuminate a path to truth. It's most important to me that my clients are happy. They won't pay me for truth. Yes, but with God's grace, this book of ours will outlive us all. What will it say to those who see it in a future generation, centuries beyond our comprehension? Some will gaze deep into your lines and paint to seek a deeper meaning. What will they find? But you need not listen to my opinions. They are just the thoughts of one old man. Monk. There's no place for the monastic scriptoria anymore. In truth, this room is a place out of time. Does that make you sad? Why is that? Why has Kirsau kept this up for so long? Some people, some places have a difficult time letting go of the past. I am not among them. The creation of books, of art, is no longer the province of monasteries. So be it. More people will be able to write, more will be able to read, and in so doing, be brought to truth. Don't you think there's a danger in anyone being able to write? I think there'll always be a place for artists like you and Brother Adot. And Brother King. It's kind of you to say so, Andreas, but you need not be concerned for me. I have lived a long life and am happy to have served the Lord. When he calls for me, I am ready. Ah, where's the time gone? It is already terse? Tetchy? Too much talk. I must ask forgiveness for not honoring the rule. Until later, Andreas. Until later. Oops. Oh, there's that little dial. Oh. What is going on in here? Andreas, what was that noise? Oh, I'm sorry, Sister Luminata. I knocked a bowl of paint to the floor. But then Prior Ferrant came in, wrote in one of his books, slammed it closed, and left. He was in such a hurry, I don't think he even noticed me. He was slamming books shut. Prior Ferrant should know better than that. Some of these manuscripts are quite delicate. He seemed to be in a great hurry. I think he is on edge since Baron Rothvogel arrived early. Which is why books should not be taken out of the library unless it's necessary for divine reading or works in the scriptorium. Are you still mad at me for borrowing the Chronica Clara? No, anger is not an appropriate response for a mum. Is that gonna... Oh, for a nun. But the fact remains that you tricked me into giving you that book for no valid reason. Not valid? Is it not valid to want to see the work of one of the great Irish scribes? One who wrote masterworks that even now grace libraries at Cologne, Fulda, and Mainz? No, it's not. Knowledge that pertains to your work or the abbot permits it. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait, what's all this fuss about Lorenz Rothvogel? Why is Prior Ferenc so nervous? Lorenz? I don't know. If you were familiar enough with the man to use his Christian name. Or I didn't know. Anyway, I haven't dealt with him personally, but the Prior and the Father Abbot have. I only know that he's purchased a number of our most valuable manuscripts over the years. And he paid enough to help the Abbey when we needed it. Like what? What did he buy? I can't remember. You know, I have my own responsibilities to attend to. How about this, Andreas? If you help me recover some missing books, I'll tell you what I know about the Baron. Of course, I'll help in any way I can. Thank you. It's for the good of the Abbey. Where should I begin? Out there where you and your cohort have carelessly strewn books around the scriptorium. I will tell you what books I'm looking for, find them and return them to me. The first books are 2 volumes of the Aeneid? Reddish covers, 14 inches by 10 inches, 3 inches thick. Innsbruck inches and Nuremberg inches. They are not his to keep. Okay, let's see. There we go. Come on. There's a fair amount of wear on these. I hope you don't mind. Those volumes were old even when Piero started to make the copies. How long ago was that? 3 years. The Aeneid is not one of my favorite stories, but I understand why it appeals to Piero. Aeneas shows his duty to the gods over his lover, Dido. Do you think Aeneas' sense of duty appeals to Piero? We all have our vocations. Brother Piero takes it more seriously than most of the others in this abbey. You clearly take your chosen vocation seriously. Andreas, I didn't have a choice in my vocation. Few women do. You're right, of course. I appreciate that you understand how limited our roles and our choices truly are. Even in stories where maidens to be rescued and wed, cruel seducers of men, or licensed crones. Like Dido, we ordinary women are merely tools in the tales of men. We can never be the protagonists of our own stories. No woman is exempt from that, from the empress to a nun. It's our lot. I suppose I understand now why you are not fond of the Aeneid. It's fine poetry, for men. Now the books, if you please. Thank you. Next, Wretched Gurin. This is a printed copy, green cover, diamond pattern. Do not have the size in the ledger, but hopefully the description is enough. I know the one you're talking about. Brother Adolf was reading it. The beauty of this book truly belies its ridiculous content. I'm surprised the Abbey owns a copy. We don't. It belongs to Amadea Rusco of Ugana. It is a Venetian edition. That's quite valuable. He loaned it to us 5 years ago. It was subsequently lost, and the abbot has received 3 letters about it. I've certainly seen the brothers enjoying it. That book is not appropriate reading for Benedictine monks. A baby is sold to pirates, raised as servants. then lives a life of adventure, wooing princesses and fighting in tournaments. You forgot the best part. At the end, Gurren learns he has royal blood, the son of a duke. He reigns as a king and dies a pious hermit. What's not to love? Benedictine should be dreaming of reconciliation with our Lord, not lusty adventures. What's the harm? Fantasy leads to temptation, and temptation has led to the downfall of many men and women. Alright, Yoda, whatever. Sometimes yes, but Boone's books like this, it's all the same type of fantasy, isn't it? To die better than we are born. And what's the problem with that? Why shouldn't a peasant dream of being a king? There is neither Jew nor Greek, neither slave nor free, neither male nor female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. We may be one in Christ, but we are not equal in this world. It isn't this world you should be concerned with, Andreas. But the book, Andreas, we must return it. Or would you like the abbot to receive a fourth letter? In truth, it's unlikely you'd be considered liable under Bavarian law. Guess we might as well put our law knowledge to work. Oh, are you a legal scholar now as well as an artist? Oh, actually, I did study law at university. I don't care. I'm not concerned about the legality of it, but the principle. The book, please. Alright, well, that may have been a good or a bad book. There's only one book left, then you will be freed from bondage. A dark red cover, 8 inches high, 5 inches across, 2 inches thick. What is it? The description should be sufficient. Very well. Now that I think about it, Guy has always been guarded about this book, like he was hiding it. Very good, please bring it here. What is this anyway? Maybe I should have learned French at some point. Damn it. What is this? Why are you asking so many questions? Just give it to me. Why won't you tell me what this book is? Because it's a dangerous book, Andreas Mahler. One the previous abbot tolerated in spite of a papal order to destroy it. 3 French bishops condemned the book. All copies were to be burned. Its author shared the same fate. What? Why? I don't know, Andreas. It isn't my place to question the judgment of one bishop, much less 3. And before you ask, no, I haven't read it, but I know it contains a dialogue between love and reason. So the book is dangerous. When did the bishops condemn it? "200 years ago." What? Why is it still here? Because Father Matthias loved books, all books. He didn't want to see it destroyed. Sounds reckless, and he was right to do so. Books shouldn't be destroyed even if the content is in question. The Holy Church does not share your opinion. It is their law we must contend with, not your emotions. The Church was wrong. I might get myself in trouble here, but dagnammit. I'm not going to debate this with you, Andreas, and Father Matthias is gone. It's not my place to question the former abbot's decision, but when Father Gernau learns it was in our possession, he wanted it destroyed. Must the book be destroyed? No one even knows that it's here. Well, I refuse to give it to you if all you're going to do is destroy it. I do, so do Father Cecilia and Father Gernau. Well, I refuse to give it to you if you're... That's... Alright, well, shoot, I don't know. A feeling This is gonna get. I mean, we're probably already in enough trouble as it is. All right, fine. Here, take it. Good. It's for the best. Thank you. Now then, Baron Rothvogel, quickly though. I need to finish up here soon. He said he buys books. How long has he been visiting the Abbey? He seemed unusually friendly with me. I don't understand it, honestly. He mentioned finding a copy of Historia Tassiae. He said it had some scandalous details in it. He also mentioned that Father Mateus had a copy and was looking for another to verify its contents. Do you know anything about the book? I've heard of it, but I have never read it. I know little about its contents. The subject is broad, but I believe the book deals specifically with the Roman occupation of this land. Well, that could have upset Father Mateus so much. I can't claim any deep insights into the former abbot's mind. I understand him to be a virtuous and charitable man, sometimes to a fault. It's not always best when an abbot considers himself a friend to his brothers instead of the shepherd. Do you prefer Father Guerneau to Father Mateus? Did something in the book have led Father Mateus to a crisis of virtue? Virtue is only found in crisis. Without it, virtues are little more than ideals. So, perhaps there is merit in that idea. Well, I must be off to Mass. Thank you again for your help, Andreas. Smile devilishly. What are you smiling about? I suppose you'll be leaving via the crypt. I'm filled with the joy of books. You are a strange man. Good day, Andreas. God be with you. That's the bell for Sext. The brothers will be sitting down for dinner soon. I should see if Otto is around and still wants to eat with me. I think he's working by the guest house below the abbey. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Where's that map? Oh, wait. That's right. I wanted this. I wonder what Prior Ferenc was doing with this book. For the library of the University of Five Churches, the Hungarians call it PEX. This is where Ferenc is from. Doctor of Theology, George Otgran. A friend of his? Did Ferenc steal this? Okay. Interesting. Speculum Astronomicae, Albertus Magnus's Defense of Astrology. Sloppy bookhand, but could have been produced by an abbey of no bastard script. Burgundian, Flemish, not from here and not recently. That's definitely Ferenc's handwriting between the lines and in the margins. Is he notating the text for the university in PEX? Is he notating the text for his personal use? In any case, it's a thorough commentary. What's this? It looks scribbled, not like Pharynx to be so sloppy, and he didn't even blot the ink dry. Libra, Capricorn, Aries, all astrological symbols. What's written below? Greek, to be sure. Doesn't make any sense. It's not even a word. It's just a jumble of letters. This must be some kind of cipher. What's the key? Wait, the Volvel I found also had Greek letters on it. They must be connected, but how? The outer ring of the Volvel is marked with alchemical symbols, but this cipher has astrological symbols. Wait, of course, each astrological symbol is associated with one of the 4 elements. You just need to make those associations on the Volvel, and I should be able to solve this cipher. Okay, where did I see that? Here we go. Now that I know the connection between the astrological symbols on the cipher and the elemental symbols on the Volvel, Pharynx notes should be easy to decipher. Okay, let's see here. Oh, hold on a second. So, like that. Cursor. Wheel. No. That can't be right. Okay, hold on a second. Oh, wait a second. Okay, so I think I'm looking for... Okay, so okay, so maybe red. See, I don't see... Okay, hold on a second. Let's go... Alright, so with the colors, Oh, wait a second. Okay. So I'm wondering if it's like red up and then green down. But I don't see... Wait a second. Okay, so there's 2 lines though. Okay, alright. So the bottom... Oh, I see. The yellow, the air and the earth have the line between the triangle. let's see. So this moves both fingers, and I can't do anything with this. All right, so hold on. Let's go. With this up, we're looking for... See, I can't move it down. And it's only picking that bottom symbol. Oh, wait a second. Maybe to go like... No. See, I don't see that line with the hump over it. None of that makes sense. I mean, maybe it's not supposed to at this point. Okay, let's try something here. Let's go back to here. Can't be right, of course. So, okay. Let's go with this. Nope. Oh, hold on. Well, let's try something here. Whoops. Okay, let's go red. Hold on. Wait a second. Maybe if I go red. Okay, let's see here. So, okay, so alright, so hold on a second. The W shape. Okay, hold on. So I see, okay, where the finger is, there's that little W sign. So maybe the top is the element? Aha, so that means air up top, like that. Then it's like a 3 with a closed bottom is earth. Then the ram's horns is fire. Then the H is water. Then the arrow is fire. Then the water is air. Whoops. Then the MP is earth. Then the necklace. Huh. I don't see that on the... Oh yeah, it is earth. Okay. And then the M is water. Whoops. Gerhard, as in the late brother Gerhard? Yes, yes, it can't be a coincidence. Hi, Gerhard. Brother Gerhard died sometime last year. How does this connect to him? It's an anagram using Gerhard's name? Did he use his name for an abbreviation? Why his name? Harriet Hardier. Where does the G go? God, I'm sure Adoc would know. Maybe it's not an engram, huh? Let me think. What is his name for an abbreviation? A lot of letters for an abbreviation. A cipher inside of a cipher, perhaps. I don't know. Let me think. Why his name? And why Gerhard? Hi, Gerhard. Couldn't be Greek. Never heard of an Italian or Spaniard name. Nothing I recognize. Let me think. Wait, maybe it's an abbreviation and a name. Gerhard is a name. What's H-I? Hod Ignata? No. Hank Lacremen? Oh my god, it's so much simpler. Hic Iaset. Here lies Gerhard. What's the significance? I suppose I should find where Gerhard is buried. Abbey Cemetery seems like a good place to start. Like a record, baby. Alright. So... where is the cemetery? Okay, that's the apples. Huh, Ferenc cipher pointed here, but I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Okay. That won't let me go over there. Okay, that's the same. Oh, that doesn't change. Oh, we can go through here. Okay. That will not let me... Okay, how do I bring up... Whoops. Why does it have that hand symbol like there's something to pick up? How do I get to... the, whatchamacallit? Where I see what my mission is. Hello. Gotta give you health. Andreas. God bless you, Andreas. Large garden. Alright, so I don't get to eat. Cucumbers are going quickly. I'm sure whatever isn't eaten will be pickled. Can't get in there. Okay, let's see. Maybe that's something we'll have to do later. Wait a second. second, wait a second, wait a second. Oh, now I can't remember where I found that secret passage. Lavatory? Monstrous chalice, packwood, cylinder, purificator, almost everything you need for mass other than the host. All the funds of the abbey are stored. The sacristy is also the treasury. The armoires hold all the vestments Father Garino and Brother Matthew used during mass. Oh, the crypt. That's where we are. Okay. Let's see, these are just the same things, I'm sure. Yep. Okay, no, that still doesn't work. Convent garden. Ah, feverfew, it always smells so fresh. That and its juices are especially good for hangovers. Oh my goodness. Okay. God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. Is there anything I can help you with? I noticed you took the sisters inside when I walked up with the Baron. What concern of that is yours? It seemed unusual. The Baron arrived to see the abbot in the scriptorium and it isn't appropriate for the sisters to interact with men. Is that all? The sisters interact with me as they need to at my discretion. The Baron is an important visitor and a patron of the abbey, but there is no need for him to speak with the sisters, or me. I see, that makes sense. Thank you, Mother Cecilia. Until later. Until then. Potassium is lucky to have so much wonder work naturally growing. I had to buy it back in Nuremberg. Bless you, Mr. Mala. How are things going in the nun's kitchen? I mean, no offense, Master Mala, but I cannot speak with men. Ah, my apologies. God bless you. And you as well, sister. Oh, what's this? Sister Gertrude dries and stores all of her herbs here. Mouse finger. Ow! Sisters certainly keep their garden well tended. God bless you. Bless you, Miss Tamala. Sister Matilda, how are you doing? Mother Cecilia doesn't like us talking to men unless it's necessary to perform our work. Ah, forgive me, sorry to bother you. Thank you, Master Mahler. Alright, must be the lower alley. Trying to get out of here. Oh, what's this? Go away, Andreas. Can't you see I'm busy? You know, if you're looking to pilfer from the Baron, I recommend smaller valuables. What? What are you talking about? I'm not... Remember, the Baron wouldn't keep his riches on the first floor. Small items are easier to trade or sell, understand? You shouldn't be standing out here, though. It's far too obvious. Is it? I mean, be quiet. I'm not doing anything. It's been a busy day. I'm having a break, enjoying the sun, nothing more. Listen, I'm trying to help you not get in trouble, idiot. Eat shit. I'm done talking. Alright. Hey, Master Mahler. Andreas, good to see you. I trust Clara gave you my message. Afternoon, Andreas, Otto. Clara did give me your message. Sorry I missed you this morning. I was still asleep when you came by. Ah, the abbot really lets you get away with anything, doesn't he? Leave him be, Otto. I'm hungry. Let's pray. Bless us, oh, and please your gifts which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. 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 How did the morning treat you? I had a bad morning. Barely got anything done, and my neck's aching anyway. Not too bad, thanks. I hurt my damn hand splitting timber to replace a bad beam in the abbot's house. Select food item to eat. Rye bread. Sheep's milk cheese. Almonds. It's not that bad of an injury, it just galls me that the abbot bleeds us dry and we're expected to work here when it suits him. Oh, it's not all that bad. I get a lot of good work from the abbey. Casting pilgrim's badges isn't really smithing, but I don't mind. Anyway, I saw you walking with that Baron Rothvogel in the meadow on your way up here. What's that all about? To check out on a commission. Pretending he's friendly with Father Matthias. I think he maybe had to pressure Brother Piero to finish a manuscript. As far as I can tell, he's come to terrorize the people. There you go. He was, though Father Matthias had some misgivings about the Baron. What kind of misgivings? That he fools around with young women and he's married, of course. Jealous. Otto, that's only gossip and it isn't Christian to spread rumors like that. It's not gossip that he beat up that farmer a few years back, old Ronning. May he rest in peace. Well, I wasn't there, so I don't know, but if he did that, yes, it speaks poorly of his character. We had a long conversation on our way up here, but he didn't mention anything about that. It's not my affair, not my affair. I can't speak to it. I wasn't there either, but I do know that it happened. We had a long conversation on our way up here, but that he didn't mention anything about that. What did you talk about then? I mean, no offense, but what does a nobleman have in common with an artist? We talked about my work, especially my art and books, Martin Luther. Oh my God, excuse me. Of course, that's what he's interested in when he's at the Abbey. If he's in Tassian, he's chasing girls or harassing peasants. And because he's friendly with the abbot, no bad would ever come to him. It's galling. This bitterness and envy are not good for our Christian souls, Otto. It's not envy, Endris. No one should get away with what he does. This abbey does. But if people are paying the abbey to make them, it doesn't bother me. Now I understand. I see why people resent the abbot's rule. He's a harsh lord. I think you're being unfair. The abbey does that. That's good. Otto, did you see that the Bowers sheep escaped the grazing fields again? No, but I'm not surprised. Martin was supposed to fix that fence, and he probably did a bad job at it. He's always in a foul mood, and he could be the laziest soul in Tassin. He can't even hold a hammer properly. Married and a father at such a young age, and he barely lifts a finger for his wife or child. On top of that, he's a damn thief, and before you say it, Andrews, that's more than just gossip. Look at him, over by the guest house. He's probably figuring out what he can steal with the least amount of effort. I admit he seems less than helpful when I saw him this morning. He's a born shirker for sure. I know one when I see one. He's just a boy, so it's time to change. I've never known a thief to change, but maybe his responsibilities will make a man out of him. Speaking of the Bauer sheep, their ewes are shorn and the women will be spinning it soon, Otto. I got it, Indris. No need to tease. What God wants to happen will happen. Looks like a storm's coming. We should probably get back to it. Right. I'll catch up in a moment, Indris. Oh, Andreas, say hello to Eva for me if you get a chance. Of course. I should return to work in the scriptorium. Until later. Dude, what's all this? Oh, hello, Andreas. Hello, Carl. You seem busier than usual today. I'm behind in my work. I went up to the shrine of St. Moritz this morning to pray for his aid. The candle I lit had all but burned away. I was there so long. Now I need to catch up. You go to shrine very often. Your dedication is impressive. If I'm ever in a church song, I must have fallen asleep. Oh well, truth be told, I only started going to the shrine more often when Helena became pregnant. Her mother had trouble in childbirth, so I've been paying visits to Moritz's hand and Satia's shrine to pray for their aid. Of the saints hear your prayers, you better preparing for the child. Do you really think the saints will hear you? Wow. Thank you, Andreas, so do I. Alright, well, you know what? You're here, Matthew. Let's see what you got. God bless you, Andreas. Hello, brother Matthew. What are you doing out here? Aware that in addition to my role as Kirsau's sacrist, I tend to the shrine of St. Moritz. He is the patron of Tassian and Kirsau both, so it is my duty to ensure his regularity is well cared for. And it's always beautifully cut. Whenever I visit, I always leave inspired. The martyrdom of St. Maurice provides inspiration to us all. You're familiar with the life of St. Maurice, are you not? I've been so focused on my masterpiece, I never had a moment to learn. Well, you ought to learn something about Tassin's patron saint while you're here. By all means. St. Moritz is the most widely known for his martyrdom at the hands of the Romans. He protected a town of Christians from slaughter, and in turn, he and his legion were decimated. What do you mean his legion? Wouldn't that mean he was a Roman soldier? Yes, he was a Roman citizen and led a legion made up entirely of Christians into Bavaria. When he refused to kill the Christians, even though they were traitors to Rome, the emperor had his legion massacred. Most of the pilgrims who visit come knowing only this, if anything, about his life. However, Tassin venerates St. Moritz because he was the one to convert the town and save it from destruction. St. Moritz came here. Tassin was pagan. I had no idea the town was so old. Indeed, he and his legion were snowed into this pass, and townsfolk refused to aid them. The daughter of the town's leader, Satya, was moved in spirit and snuck from the town to convert. She led Moritz to a spring, and as soon as she was baptized, the snow melted, revealing all manner of fruits. Moritz and his legion were saved by these miraculous gifts. The town was converted, and the rebels fled into the mountains. What happened to Satya? She too was martyred for her faith by the rebels inhabiting the town. Now her shrine protects Tassin from harm. What an astounding story. You are welcome, Master Mahler. God bless you. Until later, brother. The lower abbey? No, wait, I think it's the cloister. Dormitory. Old Bailey. Brother Adok, this work, I don't know where to start. Inconsistent spacing, rough strokes. You're working like you want to see this place closed. Brother Pryor, I am working to the best of my abilities, and I dispute your criticism. I may not be fast, but I still have my talent. Praise be to God. And Brother Guy, why are you still on this page? What's wrong with you? Normally you're so reliable. Many apologies, Brother Pryor. I will work harder. Piero, I can't believe this. Baron Rothvogel has come to check on his progress, and this is all you have. You should have finished this months ago. Is your mind so corrupted by age that you didn't notice the seasons have changed? Well, you're not the one who will have to answer for it, so why should you care? Typical. Excuse me, Prior Ferrant, but I believe your point is made. God. Shut up, Ferrant. Stop me taking out your frustrations on an old man. Andreas, I will remind you that I am the master of the scriptorium and you are a guest here. I agree, Brother Prior. Brother Piero's work is unacceptable. Slow. You're insufferable, Brother Guy. Oh, God, give me the patience to endure this. Please, everyone, this is my work, and I accept responsibility for it. Prior Ferric is right. Prior Ferric, is this mine? It must be, yes. It is, my lord. I can No, I don't want excuses. I've come all this way, and I have to be honest, I expected more. It's nowhere near finished, and the style is, well, it's very old-fashioned. I thought I made my desires clear. I feel like my generosity toward Kirsau is being taken advantage of. Am I the fool in this sad story? I know, of course not, my lord, never. We can fix this, of course. Of course, we only want to accommodate you. Ah, Andreas, good to see you again. My lord. Father Garno, why not have Andreas complete the rest of the illustrations? He's clearly capable. Well, my lord, why not have Brother Guy complete it if speed is your concern? No, I'm not talking about the script, that's fine, but the art, the illustrations. I want Andreas to do the others. Of course, I mean, if Andreas is alright with it. If it takes the pressure out for the pure, I'll be delighted. Well, Abbott, I am trying to finish my masterpiece. Well, I will do what I have to do. Okay, I'll do this one. There we have it. I hope this allays your concerns, my lord. Excellent. By the way, Father Abbott, am I still welcome at your table for supper? Naturally, my lord. Wonderful. I'd like Andreas to join us. My lord, I've already made supper plans with the Drucker family in town. Nonsense. You can eat with them any day. I'm only here for the evening. Well, Father? Well, that would be quite unusual. Unusual or not, I doubt that my good friend, the Prince Bishop, would deny additional guests at his table. What do you think? I understand. Yes, you're right, of course. Andreas may join us for supper. I look forward to it. You had this planned. How could I have it planned? You must have put your hook in the Baron this morning when you ambushed him in town. Oh, go to hell, Frank. Why are you mad at me? I'm trying to help. That's beyond ridiculous. Listen to yourself. Brother Prior, Andreas is not to blame for any of this. I am. Yes, you are, and you've embarrassed me, the abbot and the abbey. Prior Frank is right, of course. No wonder we don't get more commissions. Guy, can you stop flattering the prior for 1 minute? If anyone is the embarrassment here, it's you, Frank. You're so insincere and you're so obvious about it, Guy. Brothers! If you please, Sisters Adina and I would prefer if you could keep the noise down. Sounds like Samson slaying the Philistines in here. Of course. Get back to work, everyone. Well, that was not wonderful, but there's nothing to be done about it now. I'll finish my work here and wash up in the lavatorium for supper at the abbot's table. Alright, now let's see. Where was that lavatorium? Oh. Andreas, I'm so glad you'll be joining us for supper. Though the circumstances are unusual, to be sure. I won't be able to speak with you. None of the brothers will. But it will be good to have you with us. That's a shame. I always enjoy our talks. Now, the same does apply to you at the abbot's table. You can talk all you like. Though I wouldn't recommend it. Father Abbot does not look kindly on idle chatter. I hope I don't make a fool of myself. I wish you could take my place. Supper with an abbot and an I could get used to it. I wish you could take my place, Brother Pierre. You deserve the honor. Anyway, I'm sorry for how the prior treated you. It's not fair. It's humiliating. Oh, no, no, son. My son, there is no need to worry about me or my pride. And we will all need a taste of humility from time to time to keep our feet on this earth. No, Andreas, you are my pride. I cannot claim to have taught you much, but I am proud to have known you and your work. And when you leave all of us at Kiersau Abbey behind, you can call upon your friend Lorenz, the Baron Rothvogel, to help you in your career. He's wrong, you know. Ferenc is wrong about you being slow. There's nothing wrong with your style. It's not old just because the nobleman says so. Don't trouble yourself over it. Time passes for us all. Things change. The future will right over the present. You need not fear at any of it, so long as you remain true to yourself and God. Now I must hurry to the refectory to join my brothers. I will see you inside. I guess I go to the refectory too. Andreas, glad you could join us. Thank you, my lord. Father Gerno, Father Thomas, Prior Ferenc. Simon Peter answered, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." Oh, the Gospel of Matthew, wonderful. Jesus replied, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for this is not revealed to you by flesh and blood, but my Father in heaven. And I tell you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it." Have you read Matthew much, Andreas? I'm going to just nod head. I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. Then he ordered his disciples not to tell anyone that he was the Messiah. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. That reminds me, Father Gerno, have you read anything by Martin Luther? I can't say that I... He has some incredible ideas about the church. Brilliant, I think. My lord, is the meal to your liking? I believe I remember you enjoying our quail on your last visit. The quail? My God, Father Abbot, the quail's fine, but don't you think Luther's ideas are worth discussing? He's talking about the future of the church, shaking things up in a way I don't think we've seen before. Father Thomas, you see the value in his ideas, do you not? My lord, I mean no offense, but I do not. Brother Matthew, yes, how appropriate. What are your thoughts on Luther's attacks on the church's sale of indulgences? Baron, please do not involve the other brothers in this conversation. Fine, fine. What about Andreas? Certainly a man who attended the same university as Martin Luther can spare some thoughts on his work. Why not? Why should we start? Where should we start? Probably should remain silent. It too, Andreas? I expected more of you. Enough! Lord Rothvogel, you are our guest and held in high esteem, but you have worn out my patience. You will not be discussing Luther's work with Andreas, Thomas, Matthew, or with any other brother. Is that clear? I suppose, Father, it is your abbey, but you're taking too much offense at this and you're far too afraid of change. Whether it's from Luther or someone else, reformers coming to the church, you had better accept it. I've lost my appetite. Neither you nor Martin Luther dictate change to the Holy Church on their whim. This talk is beyond insulting. It's blasphemous, outrageous. How dare you? I see. I've overstepped my bounds, and I suppose I've ruined everyone's supper. My apologies. Told you you shouldn't have been talking about that shit. In spite of this unpleasantness, I will make good on my manuscript payment and the donation of my copy of Historia Taciae. If you cannot accept what the future will bring, perhaps it's time for you to come to terms with your past. Well, no need to overstay my welcome, fathers, brothers, Andreas. Good night. Thank you, Andreas, for not letting him engage you in his debate. No good would have come of it. Now then, I must ask you to leave so I can speak to the brothers in chapter privately. Brother Piero, please accompany Andreas out. I will take my leave as well. Good night. Don't worry about Father Gerno and the Baron. I'm sure it will all be fun in the morning. Oh, Father Abbot, I see that the Baron's heart is in the right place, even if he picked the wrong time to express himself. That seems unlikely. It may be so, but we must never lose hope. In any case, I do hope the Baron respects the Abbot's wishes for the rest of his stay, for everyone's sake. Brother Piero, what do you think of Martin Luther's ideas? Ha! That is for younger and wiser men than me to decide. I am just a monk, thank God. Good night, my son. I should get some sleep. Yeah, so we go to Lower Abbey. There's a lamp still burning in the guest house. Lawrence must still be awake. I wonder how he's doing. What was he thinking? He's a baron, but he couldn't have expected that to go well. The storm doesn't seem to be letting up anytime soon. A poor night for stargazing. I should get back to the Gertners. I'm trying! If you just let me. Meadow? Is that where I want? It must be. Oh, you know what? I guess we... Whoops. No. Where's the... Oh, that's right. It's got to show you a map. So you just pull the map. Okay, this is correct. The meadow. Huh? Ah. Was that a ghost? Are you alright, Master Mahler? I believe I may have just seen the physical manifestation of a spirit. Did you see that in the aqueduct? The ghost? Yes. Could be a Roman, maybe even an old pagan. Wouldn't be the first time. People have seen ghosts around these parts. Have you ever seen one? Usually around the ruins. Who knows how many restless Romans lie beneath those stones. Well, I think I found Johann's last lost sheep. I'm going to head home. Take care, Master Mahler. I will. Thank you. Till you too. Horses, beautiful. Forest. Snowdrops. One of the only flowers that can bloom this early in spring at this altitude. Shrine of St. Moritz, the stone looks ancient. Ah, Columbine, looks like it's coming in early. Ah, Flo. Pale horse, still on the floor. Athens Buttons, the pale horse, death. Sister, listen to my voice. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Yes. Yes, Father, I hear you. Am I here? Is this now? Yes, you were with us, and this is now. I apologize, Andreas. Imagine that must have been quite alarming. Is she alright? She is, yes. Sister Amelie is a mystic, gifted with visions when God sees fit to give her one. Some are more frightening than others. What is she doing there? Does she live in the church? She lives there, yes. I'm a little surprised you haven't noticed her before. If you come to Mass more often, you would see that I give her communion through a window in her cell. Her cell? She's an anchoress, a religious hermit so devoted to God that she has enclosed herself in a cell next to the church. She is dead to the world, but continues a life of prayer and religious contemplation. And sometimes, ever so rarely, she receives great and terrible visions. Was she local to Tassing, or was she a nun at Kiersau? Neither. She came here from a Benedictine abbey in Lower Bavaria after it burned down. I am her confessor and caretaker. Many anchoresses are not literate. I write down her visions to help interpret them. I thought all of the monks and nuns at Kiersau could read, even poor brother Volkbert. Thank you, Father Thomas. I must rest now. Of course, sister. She seems unhappy. She's not unhappy, but she is in pain, both physical and spiritual. Her spiritual pain comes from her revelations. They come and go. I try to address them as best as I can. The physical pain comes from a deformity in her spine and aching in her joints. I know of no cure for that, save prayer to the Almighty. Sister Amelie was saying she had a vision of death. Could someone be in danger? Oh no, don't rush to judgment. Her visions are divine and powerful, but they could have many meanings. Some of her revelations take years to comprehend. Some may never be understood at all, as God wills it. Still, the argument at dinner was quite troubling. Perhaps it has cast a shadow over our thoughts. Now then, the good sister appears to have fallen back to sleep. I must prepare for bed myself. Good night, Andreas. Good night, Father. No. Town Commons. Central Town. Okay, it must be the Commons. What? Gertner Farm. Okay, let's see, will this do anything different? Alrighty, boys and girls, I think that's a good place to wind things up for today. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you liked what you saw, and I hope that I see you next time. But until then, PalpyTeen out.